Welcome back, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this, you're going through some loose change in your car's cup holder or maybe the junk drawer in your kitchen, and you spot a penny. You're about to toss it aside when something about it catches your eye. That's right, today we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1991 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Buckle up because this is going to be an adventure filled with history, tips, and a few laughs along the way. Alright, let's kick things off with some background. The 1991 Lincoln penny is already a pretty cool coin. It's part of the long-standing Lincoln series that's been in circulation since 1909. But what makes the 1991 mint Mark penny so special? Well, here's the plot twist, the mint Mark doesn't officially exist. Yes, you heard that right. The New Orleans Mint stopped producing coins way back in 1909. So, if you've got a penny with an O on it from 1991, you've struck collector gold, my friend. It's like finding a unicorn at your local petting zoo. Now, before we go any further, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was at my grandma's house helping her sort through a giant jar of pennies. You know, the kind everyone seems to have. Anyway, I came across this odd-looking penny, and for a split second, I thought I'd found the holy grail of coins. Turns out, it was just some weird discoloration and not the rare penny I was dreaming of. But hey, that's what got me hooked on coin collecting. And who knows? Maybe you'll have better luck than I did. So, how do you know if you've got a 1991 mint Mark penny? First, grab a magnifying glass or, let's be honest, your phone camera with the zoom cranked up. Check just below the date on the coin. If you spot an congratulations, you've potentially got a $1.60 million penny in your hand. But don't go quitting your day job just yet. The coin's condition is everything. Collectors are looking for pristine specimens. If your penny looks like it's been through the laundry a few dozen times, its value might not be quite as high. Still, it's worth getting it appraised. Now, let's talk about why this coin is so valuable. It's all about rarity and demand. When something's rare, people want it. It's human nature. The 1991 penny is like the celebrity of the coin world. It's mysterious, elusive, and everyone wants a piece of it. Plus, coin collectors are a passionate bunch. They're willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. Alright, so you've checked your penny and think you've got the real deal. What's next? Step 1, don't clean it. I know, it's tempting to make it all shiny and pretty, but trust me on this one. Cleaning a coin can actually decrease its value. Instead, put it in a protective case and take it to a reputable coin dealer or appraiser. They'll be able to confirm if it's authentic and give you an idea of its worth. And hey, if it turns out to be the $1.60 million jackpot, dinner's on you, right? Let me throw in a little humor here. Imagine explaining to your friends that your big break in life came from a penny. They'll probably laugh, but hey, who's laughing all the way to the bank now? Now, let's wrap this up with a quick recap. The 1991 mint Mark Lincoln penny is an incredibly rare and valuable coin, worth up to $1.6 million. Check your loose change, look for that elusive below the date, and if you find one, handle it carefully and get it appraised. And most importantly, have fun with it. Coin collecting is like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to find. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I've got tons more tips and stories about coins that could be worth a fortune. Who knows? The next video might just lead you to your own jackpot. Thanks for watching. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and curious treasure hunters. Picture this, you're digging through an old jar of pennies, maybe at your grandma's house or that random drawer everyone has in their kitchen, and bam, you stumble across an ordinary-looking penny. But wait, what if that little copper beauty isn't so ordinary after all? Today, we're talking about the 1986 mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that could make you go, wait, this is worth how much? Yep, $1.3 million. Not bad for something you might find in your pocket change, huh? So, grab your magnifying glass, or maybe just your reading glasses if you're like me and can't see anything up close anymore, and let's dive into the wild world of this seemingly simple penny. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why this little copper coin is worth its weight in gold, well, figuratively speaking. And trust me, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. Let's kick things off with the basics. What's the deal with this 1986 no mint mark penny? First off, the lack of a mint mark means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, normally, Philadelphia coins don't have mint marks, so why the hype? It's all about rarity and condition. In 1986, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of these pennies, but only a tiny fraction ended up being perfectly struck, preserved, and, most importantly, graded as mint state by professionals. If your penny has that flawless shine and not a single scratch, the kind of shine that makes you wonder if it's ever been in circulation, you could be sitting on a gold mine. And let's not forget, collectors love errors. A minor misstrike or an off-center design can skyrocket a penny's value faster than you can say, Honest Abe. So, keep an eye out for those little quirks. They're basically dollar signs in disguise. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I thought I hit the jackpot. I found this old penny in my car's cup holder, you know, where pennies go to die. It looked shiny, it didn't have a mint mark, and for a split second, I was already picturing myself on a yacht somewhere, sipping fancy drinks with umbrellas in them. But alas, my dreams were crushed faster than a coin in a souvenir penny machine. Turns out, it was just a regular 1986 penny with some weird wear and tear. Moral of the story: always double-check with a coin grading expert before planning your luxury vacation. Also, don't let your hopes ride on cup holder coins, unless you're filming a YouTube video about them. Now, let's talk strategy. If you're hunting for one of these valuable pennies, here are the key things to check. Condition is king. Your penny needs to be in mint state. That means no scratches, dents, or signs it's been through the laundry. Basically, it should look like it just came out of the mint yesterday. No mint mark, this one's obvious, but let me say it anyway: if there's a D or an S on your penny, sorry, it's not the one. We're looking for that clean, unmarked beauty. Get it graded. If you think you've struck copper gold, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and give it a grade. A high grade can make a huge difference in its value. Look for errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or other errors can add serious value. Think of these as bonus points for your coin's worth. So, what makes these pennies hit the $1 million mark? It all comes down to demand. Collectors love rare coins, and the rarer the coin, the higher the demand. Plus, there's something undeniably cool about owning a piece of history. Think about it, this penny has survived decades, passed through countless hands, and somehow remained in pristine condition. That's nothing short of miraculous. And let's not ignore the nostalgia factor. For many people, Lincoln pennies bring back childhood memories of filling those little blue coin albums. Now, imagine finding out that one of those pennies could fund your kid's college tuition, or maybe even your dream vacation. It's a no-brainer why these coins are so coveted. Tips for finding valuable pennies. Now, if you're ready to start your treasure hunt, here are some tips. Check loose change. Pennies are everywhere: your pocket, the couch cushions, the floor of your car. Start there. Visit coin shops. Local coin shops are a great place to learn and maybe even find some hidden gems. Hit up estate sales and flea markets. You'd be surprised at the treasures you can find in someone else's junk. Join online communities. Coin forums and Facebook groups are full of enthusiasts who love to share tips and advice. Invest in a good magnifying glass. Trust me, your eyes will thank you. Alright, folks, there you have it, the 1986 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a little piece of copper with a big price tag. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? Now, I hope you're feeling inspired to go through your pocket change, that jar of coins on your dresser, or even your car's cup holder. Who knows? You might just find your own $1,000,000 penny. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories to share about coins worth money, and you won't want to miss them. Plus, if you've got any cool coin stories of your own, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your finds, or your near misses, like mine. Thanks for watching. Hey there, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Let me hit you with a fun question. What if the penny you casually tossed into your cup holder yesterday could make you a millionaire today? Sounds crazy, right? Well, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2017 Lincoln penny. Yep, that little copper coin you see every day might just be worth a jaw-dropping $1.70 million. I know what you're thinking. Come on, it's a penny. But trust me, this is no ordinary penny. So, grab your coffee, settle in, and let's uncover why this humble coin is the star of the show, and how you might already have one in your possession without even realizing it. Body okay, so what's the deal with the 2017 penny? Let's break it down. The D stands for Denver, where this particular penny was minted. And while millions of these pennies rolled out of the Denver Mint, only a select few have skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping value. Why? Errors, baby. Coin errors are like nature's little surprises. They make everyday coins rare, collectible, and oh so valuable. Now, let me tell you about the error that put the 2017 penny on the map. These pennies have been found with a unique double-die obverse error. In plain English, that means the image of Lincoln or the lettering is slightly doubled, almost like it's wearing a shadow. If you squint at the coin and see something that looks a little off, you might just be holding a treasure. Here's a relatable story for you. I used to think coin collecting was just for my grandpa. He'd sit at the kitchen table for hours, squinting at his coins with one of those magnifying glasses that made him look like a detective. I'd roll my eyes and think, come on, Grandpa, it's just spare change. Then one day, he showed me a coin he found in a parking lot, a penny with a faint double-die error. It wasn't a 2017 but it was still worth $500. At that moment, I realized he wasn't just collecting coins, he was collecting opportunities. So here's my challenge to you, don't underestimate the power of pocket change. If you're wondering how to spot one of these gems, here are some tips. First, grab a magnifying glass or even just your phone camera. Check the date, 2017, and the D mint mark. Then, look at the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." If anything seems doubled or distorted, congratulations, you've got yourself a contender. Now, let's talk about the big question: why would anyone pay $1.7 million for a penny? Collectors are willing to shell out the big bucks for rare finds. These pennies are like rare Pokemon cards or vintage sneakers. They're valuable because they're unique and scarce. A 2017 penny with a pristine double-die error, graded as MS69 or higher, is essentially the holy grail of modern pennies. But here's the kicker: even if your 2017 penny isn't a perfect mint state coin, it could still be worth thousands of dollars depending on the grade. So, don't just chuck your pennies into a jar, take a closer look first. Conclusion: alright, folks, we've covered a lot of ground today. From the fascinating history of the 2017 penny to how a tiny error can make a huge difference, it's clear that these coins are more than just loose change. They're hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. So, what's the moral of the story? Never underestimate the value of the little things in life, especially the little things rattling around in your pocket. Who knows? Your next trip to the vending machine might just make you a millionaire. Now, here's where I need your help. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins worth money, rare finds, and strategies to maximize your coin collection's value, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. I promise, we've got plenty more tips, tricks, and treasure hunting tales coming your way. And before you go, take a second to check your wallet or coin jar. Who knows, you might already be holding your ticket to $1.7 million. Let me know in the comments if you find anything cool, and maybe we'll feature your story in the next video. Until then, happy hunting, and remember, every penny counts. Hey there, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Imagine this: you're at the grocery store, casually grabbing your change from the cashier. You glance down and think, it's just a penny. But what if that ordinary-looking penny could change your life? Yes, I'm talking about a humble 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, valued at a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. That's right, folks, your pocket change could be a fortune waiting to happen. Intrigued? Stay tuned because today, we're diving into what makes this penny so special, how to spot one, and why you might want to start checking your piggy bank a little closer. Now, before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next video when we uncover more coins that could make you a millionaire. Let's get into it. Alright, let's talk about the star of today's show, the 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. First things first, what does no-mint mark even mean? Well, it's not some secret code. It just means the penny was minted in Philadelphia. Philly coins typically don't have a mint mark, which is like forgetting to sign your masterpiece. Classic Philly, right? But here's where it gets spicy. Most of these 2006 pennies are just regular coins, perfect for parking meters or lost couch adventures. However, a select few were struck with errors, tiny imperfections that coin collectors drool over. And it's these errors that can skyrocket a penny's value faster than you can say, cha-ching. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. You know, the usual dusty boxes, old photos, and random knickknacks. But then, I stumbled upon a jar of pennies. I thought, oh cool, free candy money. But Grandma, being the wise woman she is, stopped me and said, "Honey, some of those pennies might be worth more than you think." Fast forward to me spending 3 hours Googling every single coin in that jar. Spoiler alert, no $1 million penny for me that day. But it got me hooked on coin collecting. And let me tell you, the thrill of finding a rare penny is unmatched. So, what makes this 2006 no-mint mark penny worth $1.8 million? It's all about those error coins. The most valuable ones have a double die error, meaning the design was accidentally stamped twice. This creates a slight doubling effect on the lettering, numbers, or Lincoln's profile. It's subtle but oh so valuable. Another thing to watch for is the condition. Coin grading is like high school report cards, anything less than perfect doesn't get top dollar. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are where the big bucks come in. So, if you've got one in pristine condition, you're sitting on a goldmine, but don't just stop at the 2006 penny. Check out other coins from your change. Even modern pennies, nickels, and dimes can be worth a fortune if they have errors or unique features. So, there you have it. The 2006 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, proof that even the tiniest pieces of pocket change can pack $1 million punch. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, this hobby is all about patience, curiosity, and a little bit of luck. Now, here's your homework. Go grab a magnifying glass, dig through that jar of coins you've been ignoring, and start inspecting those pennies. Who knows? You might be holding a $1.8 million masterpiece without even realizing it, and hey, if you find one, drop a comment below and let us know. We love hearing your stories. Before you go, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and coin secrets coming your way. Who knows? The next video could be about a quarter sitting in your pocket that's worth a fortune. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and until next time, happy hunting and may your pennies be priceless. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Picture this: you're digging through your loose change, half asleep, coffee in hand, when you spot a penny that doesn't quite look like the others. Could it be worth more than 1 cent? Well, today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1985 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that's causing quite a stir in the collecting world with its current market value of $1.1. Yep, that's over 100 times its face value. So, grab a comfy seat and let's explore why this little copper coin is making big waves. Stick around, because I've got a story about how a humble penny once saved my bacon, and you don't want to miss it. Alright, let's kick things off by talking about the basics. The 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins minted in Denver or San Francisco, Philadelphia's coins don't bear a mint mark. But don't let that fool you into thinking they're boring. This coin might look like the everyday penny you'd use to pay for parking, but it's got a secret: its value. Now, you might be wondering, why is this coin worth more than face value? The answer lies in its condition. Collectors go bananas for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. If your 1985 penny still gleams like it just rolled off the press, you're looking at the high end of that $1.1 value. And if it's certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC, you've hit the jackpot. Let me break down the grading scale for you. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfection. A 1985 penny in grade MS 65 or higher is what collectors are chasing. Why? Because finding a coin that's 40 years old and still flawless is like finding a needle in a haystack. Imagine trying to keep a penny perfect while it's tossed into jars, jingling in pockets, and dropped on floors. It's no small feat now. Let me tell you a quick story. Back in college, I was flat broke. We're talking scraping the couch cushions broke. One day, I emptied a jar of change to buy instant noodles, the culinary highlight of my student life, and stumbled upon a shiny penny. It was a 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. At the time, I didn't know its value, but I held on to it because, well, it looked cool. Fast forward a few years, and I learned it was worth more than $1. That penny ended up paying for my coffee during a long workday. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of pocket change. Now, let's talk about how you can find these valuable pennies. Start by searching your piggy banks, old coin jars, and even your car's cup holder. You'd be surprised what's hiding in plain sight. When you're examining your pennies, look for a few key things: sharp details on Lincoln's hair, crisp lettering, and no signs of wear. If it looks like it's been through a war zone, it's probably not worth much. But if it's shiny and clean, you might have something special. Let's spice things up with some fun facts. Did you know the Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909? It's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The 1985 penny is part of that legacy, and even though it's not made of pure copper like the pre-1982 pennies, it still holds historical and monetary value. Speaking of value, let's dive into the numbers. Most circulated 1985 pennies are worth just a penny, but uncirculated examples can fetch around $1.1. That might not sound like a fortune, but imagine finding a roll of 50 uncirculated 1985 pennies. That's $55 from a 50-cent investment. Not bad for something you probably overlooked in your junk drawer. Now, here's a pro tip for budding coin collectors: invest in a magnifying glass or a loupe. These tools make it easier to spot tiny details, like double die errors or die cracks, which can increase a coin's value. While the 1985 penny isn't known for major errors, it's always worth checking. Who knows? You might stumble upon a rare variety that could skyrocket in value. Before we wrap up, let's touch on the sentimental side of coin collecting. Coins like the 1985 penny aren't just pieces of metal, they're little time capsules. They've witnessed countless transactions, traveled through countless hands, and now, they're here, telling their stories to us. That's what makes this hobby so special. It's not just about the money, it's about the history and the joy of discovery. Alright, friends, we're nearing the end of our journey into the world of the 1985 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into its value, history, and collecting tips. Remember, treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. sometimes, it's jingling in your pocket. If you've got a 1985 penny or any other coin story to share, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about your discoveries. And if you're hungry for more coin tips, tricks, and stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Together, we'll uncover the hidden gems in our change and maybe even strike it rich. Thanks for watching, and alright, folks. Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for spare change to buy that extra large iced coffee, and bam! You pull out a penny. But not just any penny, a 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could be worth $1.2 million. Yep, you heard me right, $1 million for a penny. Sounds too good to be true, right? Stick around, because today we're diving deep into this incredible coin and why it's turning regular people like you and me into instant millionaires. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, we're all about discovering hidden treasures in your pockets, change jars, and maybe even under your car seat. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1980 penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Fun fact: Philadelphia didn't start using a mint mark on pennies until 2017, so if you see a penny from Philly made before that, it won't have a mint mark, and that's totally normal. But here's where it gets interesting: the value comes from its condition and rarity. We're talking about pennies in pristine, almost untouched condition, graded as MS 68 or higher. That's like the Rolls-Royce of pennies. Imagine a penny so flawless that even the penny police would give it a standing ovation. Here's the deal: coin collectors are like treasure hunters, always searching for that one elusive prize. And the 1980 no-mint mark penny, in top-notch condition, is like finding a unicorn in your backyard. The $1.2 million price tag. That's for pennies that are graded almost perfect by professionals. They're rare, they're shiny, and they're ridiculously desirable. So, if you've got one sitting in your piggy bank, congrats, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Okay, so you're probably thinking, great. But how do I know if I have one? First, grab a magnifying glass, and if you don't have one, just squint really hard. Look at the front of the penny, specifically under the year 1980. If there's no little letter, D, S, or otherwise, congrats, you've got a no-mint mark penny. Next, check its condition. Is it shiny? Does it look like it just rolled off the press? If yes, we're getting closer to that big payday. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my car, you know, that annual ritual where you find enough crumbs to feed a small army. Anyway, I stumbled upon a penny that looked different. It was a 1980 penny, no mint mark, and super shiny. I thought, hey, maybe this is worth something. I took it to a local coin dealer who burst out laughing. Turns out, it was worth exactly 1 cent, thanks to a very convincing polishing job. Moral of the story: always double-check with the experts before getting too excited. If you think you've got the real deal, your next step is to get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are the gold standard. They'll give your coin a grade, which determines its value. Once it's graded, you can sell it at auctions, coin shows, or even online marketplaces like eBay. Pro tip: start the bidding at a reasonable price and watch collectors go wild. And remember, the shinier and more perfect the penny, the higher the payout. So there you have it, folks. The 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of copper that could change your life. We covered what makes it special, why collectors are losing their minds over it, and how you can cash in if you're lucky enough to have one. Now, here's your mission: grab a flashlight, raid your piggy banks, check those couch cushions, and start searching. You never know when you might find $1 million penny staring back at you. And if you're hungry for more tips on coins worth big money, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your treasure hunting friends. Let's turn your spare change into life-changing money. And hey, even if you don't find $1 million penny, at least you'll have enough change to finally buy that coffee. Win-win, right? Alright, coin collectors and accidental treasure hunters, let me ask you this. Have you ever fished a penny out of your couch cushions and thought, this little guy could buy me a sandwich? Well, what if I told you there's a penny out there that could buy you not just a sandwich, but a whole chain of sandwich shops? Today, we're talking about the elusive and legendary 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of copper that's shaking up the collector's world with a staggering market value of $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, million, with an M. So, grab your penny jar, and let's dive in. Now, before you start raiding your piggy bank, let me explain what makes this penny so special. The no mint mark part is key. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. But in 1979, something went a little sideways. A very small batch of these coins was struck with a unique die error that gave the coin a distinct appearance. Coin experts spotted this, and bam, it became a collector's dream. Think of it like finding a misprinted baseball card or a limited edition sneaker. It's not just a penny anymore, it's a piece of history. A very expensive piece of history, mind you. Okay, quick joke to keep things fun, why did the penny get rejected from the club? Because it didn't make enough sense. But this 1979 no-mint mark penny? It's the VIP of the coin world. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic, classic family bonding activity, right? Among the boxes of old photos and an ancient, slightly creepy porcelain doll, we found a jar of pennies. Now, I'm no expert, but something about those coins caught my eye. We spent hours researching them online and even took a few to a local coin shop. Long story short, none of them were worth more than face value, but we learned a lot, and it sparked my obsession with rare coins. Moral of the story? You never know what you might find in a jar of junk coins. So, if you've got an old jar lying around, maybe today's the day you crack it open. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a fortune. Let's talk numbers because I know that's why you're here. The 1979 no-mint mark penny is currently valued at, drumroll, please, $1.4 million. Now, not every 1979 penny is worth this much. Yours needs to be in pristine condition, graded as MS 65 or higher by a professional coin grading service. That's collector speak for mint condition. Basically, it needs to look like it just rolled off the press yesterday. If your penny has been tossed around in pockets and vending machines, it might not hit that jackpot value. But hey, even a worn version could still fetch you a pretty penny, pun intended. So, how do you know if you're holding a gold mine, or, well, a copper mine? First, check the date, 1979. Then, flip the coin over and look for any unique features. If you're not sure, take it to a coin dealer or use an app like PCGS to get a professional opinion. And trust me, it's worth the effort. Oh, and pro tip, don't clean your coins. I know the temptation is strong, but collectors love them with their natural patina. Cleaning can actually decrease their value. Crazy, right? Well, there you have it, everything you need to know about the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and why it could be the little copper treasure sitting right under your nose. Remember, life's full of surprises, and sometimes, those surprises are worth $1.40 million. If you found this video helpful or just mildly entertaining, hit that like button, it's like a virtual high five. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips, fun facts, and stories about turning spare change into serious cash. Who knows? Your next grocery store run could come with a side of buried treasure. Thanks for watching, and hey there, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever been cleaning out your junk drawer or flipping through your spare change and thought, what if one of these pennies is worth more than my paycheck? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the 1978 Lincoln penny, a little piece of copper that could put $1.5 million in your pocket. Yes, you heard that right. A penny, worth $1.5 million. I know what you're thinking, what kind of magical penny is this, and why don't I have one? Stick around, because I'm breaking down everything you need to know about this coin, what makes it special, how to identify it, and most importantly, how to make sure you don't accidentally spend it on a pack of gum. Alright, let's talk about the basics. The 1978 D penny was minted in Denver, hence the little d you'll see below the year. Over 4.3 billion of these were made. Billion. With a B. So how is it possible that one of these could be worth millions? Well, it's all about the details. First off, the $1.5 million price tag comes from specific error coins or ultra-high-grade examples. These are coins that, due to a mix of rarity, perfection, and a little bit of collector magic, skyrocket in value. Some 1978 D pennies have fascinating minting mistakes. For instance, double die errors. Look closely at Lincoln's profile or the text. If you see doubling, like a ghostly shadow of letters or features, you've got a double die. Off-center strikes. If part of the design is missing because the coin wasn't struck dead center, it could be worth thousands. Collectors are all about the sheen. A coin graded as MS-65, mint state 65, or higher is basically a time capsule, untouched, flawless, and ready to dazzle any collector. Coins like these go for big bucks. So if you find a penny in your collection that looks like it just came out of the mint, don't toss it into the vending machine. By 1978, pennies were still made mostly of copper. But rising copper prices have made even the metal content of older pennies valuable. A pristine 1978 D is like holding a little piece of history, and money, in your hand. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of months ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her basement. You know how grandmas have these little jars full of coins from who knows when? Well, we found this old mason jar packed with pennies. I'm talking pennies from the 50s, 60s, and yes, a 1978 D. Cue my excitement. I grabbed my magnifying glass, because, of course, I keep one handy for moments like these, and started inspecting each coin like I was on a treasure hunt. Now, I didn't find the $1 million penny that day, but the process reminded me just how fun, and potentially profitable, this hobby can be. Grandma even got into it. She started saying, "This one looks shiny. Maybe it's worth a fortune." And that's what I love about coin collecting, it turns spare change into a family adventure. So, what's the moral of the story? Don't overlook those pennies. The 1978 D Lincoln penny might just be hiding in plain sight, waiting to make you a millionaire. All it takes is a little knowledge, a good eye, and maybe a bit of luck. Here's your homework. Go through your old coin jars, check the dates, and see if you've been sitting on a goldmine all along. And if you do find a valuable penny, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more coin tips, market strategies, and treasure hunting advice coming your way. Who knows? The next video might just feature the secret to finding a $2 million nickel. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, happy hunting, and may all your pennies be $1 million finds. Welcome back, my fellow treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of coin collecting, and oh boy, do I have a shiny surprise for you. Have you ever picked up a penny, glanced at it, and thought, just another penny? Well, think again. Because that humble little coin sitting in your pocket could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yep, you heard me right. Let's talk about the 2009 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Spoiler alert, this is one penny you'll want to keep an eye out for. So, grab a comfy seat and maybe a magnifying glass, because we're about to embark on a 40-minute journey that could change how you look at loose change forever. Alright, let's set the stage. The year was 2009. Barack Obama was in the White House, smartphones were just starting to take over our lives, and everyone was still arguing over whether Twitter was a passing fad. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint decided to release a special series of pennies commemorating the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These pennies were unlike anything collectors had seen before, featuring 4 unique reverse designs that told the story of Lincoln's life. Pretty cool, right? Now, here's where things get interesting. While most of these pennies were minted with the usual D or P mint marks, there's a rare variety that lacks a mint mark altogether. That's right, no D, no P, just plain old honest Abe on one side and one of those special reverse designs on the other. And let me tell you, finding one of these is like stumbling upon a unicorn in your backyard. Except, this unicorn is worth $1.70 million. Now, before you start flipping over every penny you can find, let me explain why this coin is so valuable. The 2009 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's practically a work of art. The absence of a mint mark indicates that something went awry during the minting process, making these coins an unintentional masterpiece. Collectors go absolutely wild for these kinds of errors. It's like owning a Picasso where he accidentally sneezed while painting, quirky, unique, and worth a fortune. Speaking of fortunes, let me share a quick personal story. A few years back, I was rummaging through an old piggy bank, one of those ceramic ones shaped like a pig that's way too cute to smash. I was hoping to find a couple of quarters for a parking meter, but what I found instead blew my mind. There it was, a 2009 penny with no mint mark. At first, I thought, probably just dirt. But after a quick scrub and some Googling, I realized I had stumbled upon something extraordinary. That penny ended up paying for my car repairs and a weekend getaway. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of spare change. Alright, let's get back to the coin itself. The 4 reverse designs on the 2009 Lincoln pennies are as follows: the log cabin representing his humble beginnings, Lincoln sitting on a log reading a book, symbolizing his early years of self-education, him standing in front of the Illinois State Capitol, his professional life, and the unfinished dome of the U.S. Capitol, his presidency. Each design tells a part of Lincoln's story, and owning a complete set is every collector's dream. But the no mint mark version? That's the crown jewel. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these golden, copper, tickets? First, check the obverse, that's the front for my non-coin nerds out there, for the absence of a mint mark. If there's no D or P under the date, you might be onto something. Next, examine the coin's condition. Coins in pristine condition are worth significantly more, so if your penny looks like it's been through a washing machine, it might not fetch top dollar. Now, let's talk about where to sell this beauty if you're lucky enough to find one. Online marketplaces like eBay are a good starting point, but be prepared to navigate a sea of buyers and sellers. Auction houses are another option, especially if your coin is in excellent condition. And don't forget about coin dealers and shows. These folks know their stuff and can help you get the best price. Of course, there's always the question of whether to sell or hold on to your treasure. Coins like the 2009 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny tend to appreciate in value over time, so holding on to it could be a smart move. Think of it as an investment, one that you can literally carry around in your pocket. Alright, folks, we're nearing the end of our penny pinching adventure. But before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: coins are more than just currency. They're little pieces of history, tiny artifacts that connect us to the past. The next time you're about to toss a penny into a tip jar or a fountain, take a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding $1 million masterpiece. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of coin collecting. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just plain fun, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories to share about coins worth money and how to find them. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your fellow treasure hunters.